Hey hockey fans, today we're diving into a story that's got the NHL world buzzing. It's a tale of unexpected twists, jaw-dropping talent, and a draft day shocker that might just change the future of one lucky franchise. That's right, we're talking about the goal-scoring phenom, Cole Eiserman. But before we hit the ice, take a quick second to slam the like and subscribe buttons, and while you're at it, body check that notification bell so you never miss another video. Alright, let's drop the puck on this Eiserman story. Now picture this, it's draft day 2024, the tension in the air is thicker than playoff beard stubble, general managers are sweating bullets, prospects are biting their nails, and fans are on the edge of their seats. Everyone's waiting to see where the top talent will land. But as the picks start rolling in, something strange happens. One name, a name that's been on everyone's lips for months, keeps getting passed over. Pick after pick goes by, and Cole Eiserman, the kid who rewrote the record books at the U.S. National Team Development Program, is still waiting to hear his name called. Finally, at pick number 20, the New York Islanders step up to the plate and snag Eiserman. The crowd goes wild, Islanders fans are dancing in the streets, and 19 other GMs are suddenly feeling a cold sweat break out as they wonder, did we just make a huge mistake? But let's back up a bit. Who exactly is Cole Eiserman? And why is everyone losing their minds over this 20th overall pick? Well, strap in for a minute as we go over Eiserman's story. Born on August 29, 2026, Eiserman has been lighting up scoreboards since he first laced up his skates. But it was his time with the U.S. National Team Development Program that really put him on the map. Get this, Eiserman didn't just break the program's goal-scoring record, he shattered it. We're talking 127 goals in 119 games. That's not just good, is this kid even human good? To put that in perspective, the previous record holders included names like Cole Caulfield, Phil Kessel, and Patrick Kane. Yeah, that Patrick Kane. The one with 3 Stanley Cups and a Hart Trophy? That's the kind of company Eiserman is keeping, and he's only 17. But it's not just the quantity of goals that's impressive, it's how he scores them. Eiserman's got a one-timer that can make Alex Ovechkin do a double take. His shot is so lethal, goalies start flinching before he even touches the puck. And on the power play, forget about it. He racked up 21 power play goals this past season alone. Now, you might be thinking, okay, the kid can score, but what about the rest of his game? And that's where things do get interesting. See, Eiserman isn't your typical well-rounded prospect. He's a specialist, a pure sniper in an era where two-way play is all the rage. His playmaking skills? Let's just say he's not going to be confused with Connor McDavid anytime soon. His ability to create his own chances? It's a work in progress. But here's the million-dollar question. Does it matter? In a league where goals are currency, Eiserman is potentially printing money every time he steps on the ice. So why did he slip to 20th in the draft? Well, that's the million-dollar question that's got hockey Twitter in a frenzy and rival GMs sweating through their expensive suits. Some say it's because of his one-dimensional game. Others point to his age. He only turns 18 at the end of August. That makes him one of the youngest players in the draft. There were whispers about his skating, his defensive game, his ability to adapt to the NHL's pace. But here's the kicker. None of that explains why a kid who's ranked as high as 5th by some experts and consistently in the top 10 to 20 fell all the way down to 20th. It's like finding a bar of gold in the bargain bin at your local dollar store. And that, folks, is why everyone and their hockey-loving grandmother is calling Eiserman the steal of the draft. The New York Islanders, a team that's been desperately searching for a pure goal scorer since the days of Ziggy Palffy, just landed a kid who might be the best pure shooter to enter the league since Alexander Ovechkin. Let that sink in for a moment. The Islanders, who haven't had a 40-goal scorer in decades, just drafted a player who might hit the mark in his sleep. But it's not just Islanders fans who are excited. Hockey pundits across the board are scratching their heads, wondering how 19 teams passed on a talent like Eiserman. It's like watching 19 people pass on free pizza. It just doesn't make sense. Take the Detroit Red Wings, for example. They picked Nate Danielson at 9th overall, a solid two-way center with good upside. But some fans are already wondering if they'll regret not taking a swing on Eiserman's elite shooting ability. Or how about the Nashville Predators, picking 15th? They went with Konsta Helenius, another well-rounded forward. But in a league where goal scoring is at a premium, passing on a natural sniper like Eiserman might come back to haunt them. Now let's talk about what this means for the New York Islanders. On paper, this looks like a match made in hockey heaven. The Islanders have been crying out for a game-breaking score for years, and Eiserman could be the answer to their prayers. Imagine Eiserman on the power play, setting up shop in the left circle, ready to unleash that lethal one-timer. Picture him streaking down the wing, goalies backing up in fear as he winds up for a shot. Think about the highlight reels, the game-winning goals, the standing ovations at UBS Arena. For a team that's been stuck in the middle of the pack, neither bad enough to rebuild or good enough to contend, Eiserman could be the X factor that pushes them over the top. He immediately becomes their top prospect and could potentially be the face of the franchise for years to come. But, and there's always a but, there are potential downsides to consider. Eiserman's game is far from complete. If he can't develop other aspects of his play, he could end up a one-trick pony in a league that increasingly demands versatility. There's also the cautionary tale of players like Oliver Wahlstrom and Kiefer Bellows, both former first-round picks by the Islanders who are touted for their goal-scoring ability but struggle to establish themselves at the NHL level. The Islanders will need to be patient with Eiserman, nurturing his strengths while working on his weaknesses. He's committed to playing at Boston University next season, which should give him time to round out his game against tougher competition. But here's where things get really interesting. The real controversy, the element that's got hockey Twitter in a meltdown, is Eiserman's unexpected fall in the draft. We're talking about a potential top 5 pick sliding all the way down to 20th overall. It's not just surprising, it's potentially league-altering. Cole Eiserman, the kid who shattered goal-scoring records in the US NTDP, the player consistently ranked in the top 10 to 12 by most scouts, somehow slipped through the fingers of 19 NHL teams. In a league where putting the puck in the net is becoming increasingly difficult, how do you pass on a kid who seems to score goals in his sleep? This drop highlights a larger debate in hockey circles: specialized skills versus all-around play. Do you take the player who does one thing exceptionally well, or the jack of all trades who might not have the same game-breaking ability? In Eiserman's case, we're not just talking about a good shot, we're talking about potentially the best shot to enter the draft since Alex Ovechkin. For the New York Islanders, this could be the steal of a century. They're getting a player with top 5 talent at the 20th pick. If Eiserman pans out, it could shift the balance of power in the Eastern Conference. But let's not forget the human element. For Eiserman, this draft day slide could be a powerful motivator. Many great athletes have used draft day disappointments as fuel, driving them to prove everyone wrong. As we move forward, every goal Eiserman scores will be viewed through the lens of this draft day slide. Fans of the 19 teams that passed on him will be watching closely, alternating between regret and rationalization with each highlight reel goal. Will he live up to the hype? Will the teams that passed on him come to regret their decisions? And more importantly, did the Islanders just pull off the biggest heist since the Great Brinks robbery of 1950? Only time will tell, folks. The New York Islanders just landed a player with the potential to be a generational goal scorer. Whether Eiserman lives up to the hype or becomes another cautionary tale remains to be seen. But one thing's for sure, the hockey world will be watching his every move. So what do you think? Did the Islanders just pull off the heist of the century? Or are they putting all their eggs in a one-dimensional basket? Drop your hot takes in the comments below and slam the like and subscribe buttons and slap the notification bell so you never miss another video. And if you enjoyed this video, why not check out one of our other videos popping up right here at the end? We'll see you in the next one.